Hello, my name is Colin Smigelski, and this is my video for the Professional Disposition course with the Foundations in Secondary Education course, I should say, under Professor Jeff Martin. I will be going through the questions presented to us and giving my own answers accordingly. The first question being, what is a teacher's role in supporting learning, improving planning, and practice upholding professional expectations and collaboratively advancing the profession? Now, it's my belief that a teacher's role should be that of a driving force of encouragement for their students. They should be there. They should be here to not only present the knowledge they themselves have attained, but to entice their own students' curiosity in it. They should also be constantly seek to advance the level of quality of their profession. They should look for it to evolve and increase as they continue in the world of education themselves. So they should not only use the knowledge that they currently have, they should also try to advance the knowledge that they currently have, look into other vetted material, and hopefully present that to their students so that the students not only read it and get it in, but also want to know more about it and want to advance their own knowledge. So what dispositions do you currently possess will make you a successful leader? I have a respect for diversity, as has been presented there. My belief in fairness, professional conduct, and curiosity, and honesty, and compassion. I all around feel that it's not only that a teacher should be there for their students on a scholastic level of presenting them with the knowledge, as I said, and making sure that they're attaining the knowledge, but you want to make sure that you are there to help understand the students. You don't want your students to feel alien from you or feel like they can't be comfortable enough around you to learn. That is where, of course, the idea of fairness comes into play as well. Wanting to make sure that people know that your own work in my class will not be taken advantage of by other students. We should all have a professional conduct, which coincides with everything else I feel. And compassion and advocacy in congruence with the respect for diversity. We have a very large, broad, and beautiful world filled with so many different people in it, and we should all be allowed to attain our own education from it. So, what dispositions do you need to work on before you enter the classroom as a first-year teacher? I feel with myself it would probably be closer to the dedication and the reflection. I find sometimes that once you leave work, we have to remember that if we are a teacher, just because you've left the campus does not mean that your dedication can fall off. You have to work outside of school. You can't just work in the school, unlike other jobs that we currently have. And the reflection aspect. Sometimes, when presented with the fact that I have not been living up to the standards of my teaching that I could be, I do not, I cannot sometimes take that well. Sometimes I do feel that it could be an offense or an attack against me, and that is something I need to work on. I'm not always going to be right, and when someone who has the correct answers just wants to help me, I should not view that as an attack. I should view that as someone trying to help. So that's what I feel about the reflection aspect of it. The third question, what effect could personal biases have on teaching and learning? According to the expectations of the profession, how should biases be taken into perspective? So biases could cause teachers to ignore other sources of vetted information that do not coincide with their own lesson plan. Biases could also cause them to have a particular view or belief in a student's capabilities and could lead to them unfairly grading or assessing their completed work. They could continue to view the good students as only doing good things in the class and the bad students, quote unquote, only doing bad things. We could ignore problems that students are having and even have outside influences on us as a teacher, believing that our work is the best and we can't ignore that. We need to understand that our own biases will always be a part of our view of things, including information, including info. We need to reflect on it and not feel a need to make our biases law. Reflection on ourselves will aid us in that. So, addressing the previous perspective on that, we need to be able to reflect on the fact that what we currently know might not actually be law in that sense. We need to understand that our own biases do not mean that we are right. Not all the time, right? Then, last but not least, reflecting on your own professional dispositions related to education. Explain how you will uphold and adhere to academic and professional integrity as a teacher, candidate, and as a future teacher. I will utilize these dispositions I know and currently have and work on those I believe to be weak. So I will utilize the biases that I currently have to make sure that I become a better teacher off of those by making sure that others around me are also holding up to that. With that being said, the idea, as I said before, about reflection and dedication, those are ones that I know, since I know that I'm weak in them, I need to work extra hard on them. It's a classic idea of putting more pressure onto the problem so that I can fix it and not ignore it. So, thank you very much, and have a great day.